Magic Pistons was a slugfest from start to finish. We saw two heavyweight teams trading punches, going back and forth. Despite that, Orlando was able to maintain control from start to finish. Pistons do need someone aside from Cade to step up. It was only Cade and Tobias Harris in double digits, which is simply not going to cut it against Orlando team that has really stepped it up since being embarrassed in their first play-in matchup. It is only a 2-game sample size, but since that embarrassing loss to the Sixers, Orlando really has seemed to be a new team. They absolutely demolished the Hornets. And then last game against the Pistons, it really always looked like they had the game in hand. There was never any moment where it looked like the Pistons might actually steal it away from them. So very good start to this series for the Magic, and the Pistons need to find some secondary offense. You would expect that offense to be coming from Jalen Duren, as it has all season. He got absolutely shut down last night. Only took 4 shots, which is simply not an option for the first-year All-Star. They need more out of their big man. It's not going to be easy getting points at the rim against Magic, but he should be able to draw fouls. If they can just get entry passes to him, he should be able to draw something, whether it is coming up with a contested layup or dunk or getting to the free throw line. They just need him to get involved on the offensive end somewhere. And then defensively, he also was not as prominent as he should be. Detroit is more than capable of protecting the rim, but Jalen Duren is obviously their number one option at that end, and so he does need to step up more, prevent giving away easy, avoidable fouls to the Magic, and really just focus on his rim protection roles on the defensive end. The Magic came out swinging right out of the gates with Jalen Suggs leading the charge. He really has been the heart of this team. I don't think he's quite the X factor of this series. He's never going to be the biggest factor on the offensive end. To me, the X factor of the series for Orlando is Franz Wagner. Paolo, very good start to the series, but if they can get Franz going as a consistent number 2, even number 3 option, coming off of missing so many games this season due to that high ankle sprain, they should be in great shape to upset the Pistons. Detroit did respond pretty well to that first quarter onslaught from Orlando, started to claw their way back into the game in the second quarter. Big part of that was Ausar Thompson's energy on both ends of the floor. To me, he is Detroit's Jalen Suggs. You're not going to get the most offensive impact from him, but defensively and in terms of energy he's bringing to the team, he is irreplaceable. They need him to do what he does best and to really shut down Orlando's ball handlers as best they can if they want a chance in this series. The Pistons don't necessarily have to be worried yet. Tonight was about as good a game as Orlando is capable of playing. Very balanced attack from the starters. Every starter was above 15 points and big pluses in terms of plus minus. For the Pistons, it was the opposite. Again, they only had 2 players in double digits across the board, and Jalen Duren was an abysmal minus 21, which simply is not going to be sustained throughout the series if JB Bickerstaff is able to make the adjustments he would like to see. For that reason, I still have the Pistons coming out on top in this matchup. I did have this series going 6. They got surprised early in game 1, but as the series goes on, I think they will settle into the playoff atmosphere, into the playoff game. They have very little playoff experience on the roster. Cade showed up in game 1. I think as the series goes on, the rest of the team will get to that level as well. And as they do that, they will elevate Cade even more. Cade's playmaking really wasn't able to shine tonight just because the rest of his team could not hit any shots. Didn't take any pressure off of Cade. If his teammates are able to start hitting their shots, it does open up the rest of the offense for Cade to do what he does best, which he was still able to do at a pretty high level tonight. There's absolutely still a path for the Magic to complete the upset in this series. They absolutely need Paolo to continue playing at a similar level to how he did in game 1. They'd like to see more from Franz. If they could get some hot 3-point shooting in a few games, that would really help them as well. That's never going to be the strong suit for either team in this matchup. So having it for either side could easily shift the tide of a few games, if not the series. I am still favoring Detroit in this matchup because they do have the higher floor as well as the higher ceiling. And I do think that they will start to match the Magic's physicality as the series goes on. But this is a series that could very easily go either way.